snatching it away from local hero Mike Looney in the closing laps. And those Virginia Mountain boys, well, let's just say they don't take too kindly to being shown up on their home turf. Problem is, there's a full Cars Tour field waiting to spoil the party. Sounds like we're going to be cooking with gas, and it's time to light the fire. The yeast is working overtime, and mash is about to boil. The Autos by Nelson 250 is ready to flow out of the worm. Grab a glass, grab a jug, shucks, grab an entire tub, because this weekend's Cars Tour excitement starts now.
Oh boy, it's the moonshine capital of the world. Tonight it's the excitement capital of the world. Look at those kids in the backstretch. They are jazzed up about this one. I don't blame them. We've waited over 5 hours to get this late model stock car feature rolling. Welcome to those of you on social media. This is a free preview. Yes, at 12:13 in the morning on my wife's birthday, by the way.
Well.
I must say that, by the way. Yeah, so happy birthday, Melinda. Nonetheless, here we go as... boy, oh boy, it's going to be a good one. There is Mike Looney, your pole sitter. But before we take you quickly through the field, let's head down trackside to James Pike with a pre-race report before this late model stock car feature. James?
Thanks, Tony. So it seems like we talk about tire wear a lot during these late model stock races in the Cars Tour, but tonight it's not necessarily what you think, because there's varying opinions as to whether or not tire wear will actually matter. I talked to Caden Honeycutt. He says he doesn't think there's going to be a lot of tire fall off. I talked to other drivers like Connor Hall and Brandon Pierce, Connor Jones. They think that there might be a little bit at the end, but the one consensus across the board that I heard from everybody is that they all think that this track has more grip than you would expect for a pavement that's 50 years old. Now, that may have changed a little bit because of the rain, so we've got a few more wild cards thrown in there, but the general consensus is that you should be able to push. The question for all these drivers is just how much can you push before the end?
That is the, well, multi-$1,000 question, I guess we will call it, as we get set to see who goes to Edelbrock Victory Lane. There is Mike Looney, by the way. He is on the pole with a, well, whatever superlative verb you want to use. He toured this 3/8 mile racetrack that was built in 1969 with those extreme banks and the same surface as was put down in 1969 at an average speed, a track record of an excess of 100 miles per hour, 13.495 seconds. Beat the old track record by nearly 0.2 of a second.
When the track opened first, it was a dirt track for a couple of years, and then it they couldn't
paved it soon thereafter.
They paved it soon thereafter. All right, tonight's right now in the new day. On
That's
Sunday
true,
morning,
right.
Mostly clear right now. Finally, after the storms came through, right now it's a beautiful 68 degrees. The wind's northeast, 2 miles per hour, so not much, but the humidity is up, and that may play havoc on how the tires react, on how the shocks react, how the engines react.
And that temperature, Doc, is 18 degrees lower than we started this show at 7 p.m.
Yep.
It was 86 degrees then, and the temperature we expect to fall maybe a little bit more. So huge shift as far as the weather is concerned. Before we double the field up, let's take a look too at the standings. Entering race number 5 ultimately of the season here in the Autos by Nelson 225. Carson Kvapil, the big point leader, and you see the huge battle from second, third on back. They're all tied together, but everybody has already said we need that 8 car to have problems, because at this rate he is going to check out in this field. 17 points the gap. The max you can get on any race, if memory serves me, is 33.
33. And how about that three-way battle for the number 5 spot? You got Carter Langley, Connor Jones, Brandon Pierce. So they're within striking distance, but first they got to settle that first.
That they do. There's a lot. Again, this is why we love it. We see this now. Come November, they'll all be on top of one another. It seems to be the way it always works out with the Solid Rock Carriers Cars Tour.
Absolutely.
So again, those of you watching on social, tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, everything else. We're going to show you the first 25-ish laps of this one as a free preview. And yes, it is live, I promise you, 12:16 Eastern Time in the morning on Sunday, May 22nd. We're on track, getting ready to roll for 125 laps.
What did Mom and Dad always tell you? Nothing ever good happens after midnight.
They were wrong.
They were wrong. Everything happens exciting, buck wild here at Franklin County Speedway after midnight.
You had to work that in, didn't you?
That was smooth.
So Mike Looney Mike Looney is, in fact, the pole sitter in this one. Connor Hall second. Zach Miracle will start third. Then it's Kyle Dudley and Chase Burrow, the top 5. Carson Quapple is the white 8 car. Connor Mosak's the 28. Bobby McCarty, the 22. Braden Rogers and Chad McCumbee round out the top 10. You see the rest of the starting lineup there at the top of your frame. So you get an idea of how this is all going to work out as we get set. And the Solid Rock Carriers pace car accelerates away from the field. Mike Looney in charge through the KRC power steering start zone. The green flag is out, and we are off.
Mike.
Lap number 1 to Mike Looney, but corner number 6 now to Connor Hall, Doc. New leader on lap number 2. Connor Hall now moves his way to the front.
Yeah, Mike looked like he did not get a good entry in turn number 1. Washed up a little bit. Connor Hall worked his way around him, and then he started slipping and slide. Now they're starting to sort things out.
Not a surprise, though. Connor Hall, the big winner at Goodyear All-American Speedway 4 weeks ago. Seems like it wasn't that long ago, but it was. Had a great run there, and look at this. There's Kyle Dudley back in third. That's the black and copper colored car. As we've got problems front straightaway, Hayden Swank has gone around, and there he sits underneath the AutosByNelson.com banner. And for Hayden Swank, it looks like minimal, if any, contact, but a little bit of a scary moment, I'm sure, for the driver out of Woodstock, Georgia, here early in the going at the Franklin County Speedway.
Yeah, not sure if we got a shot of that. I did not see it. Very curious to see if the old patch was involved.
Nope. Coming off the exit of the corner, past it. Car just got away from him, looked like. Yeah. We have to back it up a little bit more maybe to see, but watch right there at the tail of the field. And it looked like maybe he just pinched the car down. Yeah, just kind of pinched the car down, it looked like, and around it came.
Yep. Cold tires, cold track.
It's a tough break for Hayden Swank there.
Yeah, there's the left side. Good. Very minimal damage, so he'll be able to continue to race.
That's good news.
Yep. So a quick caution. Do you think they've got the leaders or anybody got a good read on the track, on the tires so far? You think it's too early for that?
I think we're 3 laps in, and they just now barely got their sweat break. They're just breaking a sweat. That's about what it is. By the way, we say on social, again, tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for in this one. We'll go through here and take a look here. We had some comments already coming through, and yeah, probably people going, wait, you're late. Gerald Harris says it's past your bedtime, Doc Love. Landon Markrush is watching in Asheville, North Carolina, cheering on Mike Looney. Half the rest of the world is going, wait, you guys are racing? Seriously? I didn't think this was going to happen.
That's right. We told you. I told everybody, just hang on. We're going to race. And I recognize those names. Those guys are always on our chat with the House Call with Doc Love every Monday. Race 22 Radio. You can check us out. Race 22 Facebook. Always supporting the Cars Tour. Corey Latham is out here taking pictures.
And this freebie is on the Race 22 Facebook page as well.
Absolutely. So,
I want to say hi to Troy Mason, by the way, cheering on Chase Burrow. Jay Havens, a Looney fan. Kirk Ipock. Hey, how you doing, Kirk?
Kirk.
Glad to have, well, we don't have him here. I haven't seen him.
Glad to have him
here.
Watching.
Yeah, Stephen Roberson from Roxborough, North Carolina. Couldn't help to pull for the 8 car and Looney. Andrew Fuller saying, let's go Chase Burrow. A lot of Chase Burrow fans out there.
Yeah.
Christian Lincoln from Beaufort, South Carolina. Shane Bogue from Alton Wilson cheering for Andrew Grady, Mike Diaz, Dustin Fox. Got his favorites, Christian Lincoln. So many folks as we get set to go one more time. Through the KRC power steering. Stopped car. Stopped car, turn number 2. And that is Dylan Ward as he has stopped from the bottom, and it looks like that will be a non-start. Narrowly avoided disaster there, and that's one of the downsides, Doc, to some of these racetracks that were built when they weren't designed for the tall trailers, the stackers, even the small trailers. You see where our cameras are. That's actually higher than the level of race control.
Right.
So good eyes by the race control team to see that 7-car Dylan Ward over in turn 2.
Back in the 80s, there was a large tree over in the grassy. Remember the grassy area in the inside of the where the road goes around the gravel road. There was a tree in that area.
It wasn't the oak tree from VIR, was it?
No, this
Okay.
is Franklin County.
Well, I didn't know if it was like the maple tree from Franklin County.
Yes. Cannot believe the bad luck.
By the way, important note, Danny Wheeler just came over the radio. Keep this in mind for later in the race. Connor Hall just got his one and only restart warning after that one.
Ooh.
Next one, if he fouls up on a restart,
Back
to the tail.
To the back.
Very important development for Connor Hall. Perhaps a little early to play that game.
Noticed on Dylan Ward, for the Dylan Ward fans, they were looking under the rear end, possibly a rear end issue or universal there for the drive shaft, possibly in that area is what they were looking at. Cannot believe the bad luck for Dylan Ward. Just, I hate it for those guys.
Sometimes when it rains, it pours. If you're a Bobby Gillespie fan, looks like he may be black flagged on this restart. Through the KRC power steering restart zone, Connor Hall gets the jump on the outside to deter number 1.
That looked like a lot better start that time. And he still maintained the top side. He carried a lot of good speed down in turn 1.
Oh, big problems. Turn 3. That is Braden Rogers right in front of our camera.
Yep. Hate to see Braden Rogers have bad luck. Looks like he had made pretty hard contact with the right rear over there. Hung out with he and his crew and Michael Falk and all those guys. We had such good laps, had a good time. Oh, the 18 cars. Gillespie.
Well, race control was telling Bobby Gillespie, I think, to come down to the pits for whatever infraction he had. He was being black flagged, and unfortunately, he has to come down pit road now for other problems.
Right. Yeah, I hate to see that for Bobby Gillespie out of Florence, Virginia. Turned many, many laps here. He is a regular, a staple here at Franklin County Speedway. But hate to see Braden Rogers have troubles. He was really looking forward to this race.
That he was, and now the hood and the fenders are flapping and parts are flying, and the black flag is being waved. And to paraphrase A, race control, and B, the flagman, Bobby Gillespie must not be paying attention right now. Not only is the car smashed up, that he was black flagged, you saw in the video there, and has not heated it. So hopefully he will this time.
And Braden Rogers' teams put out a call to AAA. Wow, that's pretty significant damage, and look like he's not coming in again.
Well, no, it looks like he is this time.
There he is, yeah.
So Bobby Gillespie will come down. It's pretty substantial damage, looks like, to that 18 car. And whether he takes it to work on it or takes it back to the trailer is the question. If he makes the left-hand turn to the trailer dock, his night is done.
He's pitted on the backside back there.
You still got to move your stuff to the front
okay.
by rule.
Gotcha.
Bobby Gillespie done for the night after taking it to the back pit area.
Okay.
So that is the rule. If you take it to the back off the front straightaway, you're done.
Yeah,
all work must be performed in front of A, the fans, B, race control, so they can make sure and keep tabs of everything, keep the officials on pit road where they need to be. So Bobby Gillespie's night done before it really.
I'm thinking, is that him driving? No, can't
I
be.
hope not. Maybe in two places at once.
Right.
So, by the way, if you're on social media, let's go back and chat with some folks. Again, hit the share button, tag your buddies, let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. I'm going to go back and scroll through here. And there you see one of the Lee Falk crew members. We might have to red flag this just to get enough room to get the tow truck to turn it around. And you see, the crew guys there for Lee Falk trying to tell them what they need.
It looked like he's saying push him so he can drive it around. Looks like it's what he motioned.
It's entirely possible. But you see that fluid down there, makes me wonder what that came from.
Right.
They are going to red flag this field, looks like. Troy Mason said that the time frame, it might be about as good as AAA right now. Troy, you're not wrong. It's been one of those nights where we need to call AAA about 5 times. They limit the number of service calls in your membership. We are over that tonight in just one evening. I promise you that. So they're going to red flag the field here to get the Braden Rogers car turned the right direction. If you're just joining us on social media in our free preview, folks, it's been one of those nights. it has been one of those nights, and not necessarily in a good way. That's why guys like Clay Rogers are dialed in the office or the shop there, it looks like, hanging with the Hoot Owls.
That's right. And Clay Rogers is booked for House Call with Doc Love coming up this Monday on Race 22 Radio. You can check it out, Race 22 Facebook, is watching the freebie here. So we got Clay scheduled up. Brandon White, Mr. NASCAR now. How about it for Brandon? Very proud of Brandon.
And look at that. How about some trivia? Many notable names have visited Victory Lane here at Franklin County during its long history. And check some of these names out. This tells you the history of this place. Jack Ingram.
Yep. I seen
Richie
him.
Evans.
I did not see him. Seen Sam Ard.
Sam Ard.
I did not see the Hut Strickland win. Ted Christopher. I think I called that race.
Junior Miller.
Yes, I was here for that.
And what Cup Series star?
Rick Mast.
What current Cup Series star has won here at Franklin County?
Star or Cup Series driver?
Cup Series star.
Star? All right, give me the answer.
Bubba Wallace.
He's not
Very first career late model stock car win. Certainly he carries the banner for Toyota on the 23XI side. So, so Bubba Wallace got his first late model stock car win here as well.
I knew that. But
Donna Mercer chiming in, staying up late in Kinston, North Carolina, cheering on their buddy Bobby McCarty. You might be staying up a little later here, Donna, the way this is going.
Yeah.
We might have a replay of what happened, by the way.
Yeah.
Check this out. Watch the inside lane, I'm told. Right to the left. There you see Braden Rogers. The car just sort of disappears.
Who was in front of him?
Oh!
Who was in front of him?
Had contact with Trevor Ward.
Trevor Ward.
Looked like Ward may not have washed out as much as he expected. They may have touched wheels, and that's where the two-car went around. So
possibly got loose, possibly, and when he corrected it, came back and touched wheels.
Yep, watch right there, coming off right behind the 16 car.
Watch him.
Right there, the contact. Hard to tell really what happened, just kind of a racing deal, but the 77 of Trevor Ward looked like they may have bumped tires, bumped wheels.
Right.
And that may have yanked the wheel.
There was no intention on that deal, and I hate to see that for Braden Rogers. Like I said, I hung out with a lot of his crew last night. Met his mom, wonderful people, fantastic people. He's got a lot of support that come here that are not kinfolk that travel to every race that he's at. Coming out here from California. So, fantastic support for Braden Rogers.
Props to our camera crew for catching that.
Yes.
Black race cars and a dark racetrack behind black haulers back there. That's hard to catch. So, between our replay staff, production staff, the camera guys, man, brilliant work. Did you see the Lee Falk crew going to work down there to figure out what in the world, if anything, might be wrong with that race car? One would assume there was a pretty good impact in the inside wall.
Yeah.
And, I see Braden taking the gloves off. He's climbing out of the race car. His night done.
He was
before we even got 5 laps.
Really
completed.
amped up and loved Franklin County Speedway. He said he absolutely loved it, and I know he's disappointed and not very happy at the moment, but his night has come short. So I really hate that for Braden. Such a good kid.
Yeah, you really hate to see anybody's race come to a close that early. Barely broke a sweat.
Right, and it's amazing. He's 21 years old now, and I interviewed him, it seemed like just yesterday, winning races at Tri-County for Lee Falk Racing and Development. And, man, it's hard to believe that he's, about to graduate college.
Hard to believe.
I know.
You're starting to make me feel old now.
Married man. Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, by the way. So now she's draining me of every dollar that I have.
And you deserve it.
Oh, gee, thanks.
You tightwad.
Hey, it's her birthday today. So, again, happy birthday.
And you bought her a car, too, so I'm proud of you.
Not quite.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there is Hayden Swank, who has come to a stop over in what appears to be turn number 3.
Cleanup, aisle 3.
So he'll be waiting on a push, it sounds like. Christian Lincoln asking where Gus Dean finished. Christian, I don't know, because the finish of the pro race was so doggone good, I wasn't paying attention to anything except what was up front. Unfortunately, Gus was not in that one. You're going to have to go back and watch the on-demand replay to figure out exactly where Gus Dean finished. And trust me, you do not.
You want to miss
back
that.
up. You will not be disappointed.
Right.
The finish of the pro race, worth the wait here tonight. 100%.
And did you hear the fans?
Oh, yeah.
When Ryan Moore drove around the track? How awesome was that?
Well, between Ryan Moore, Luke Finhouse, everybody there, after everybody was involved in that one, they were jacked up about that finish. We're not going to give it away for you, but it was good.
All right, got the pick-em-up truck. The Franklin County Speedway pick-em-up truck with all the crowd hanging on them. Reminds me of the, like a military helicopter. Got the guys hanging off the side. There it goes. Finally fires, and he is off and underway and gets to play a little bit more. So he's got to get in line, and he'll be able to resume the race. It's good to see him come up from Georgia. That is fantastic. It's awesome to see so many drivers come out here for the Cars Tour race. Shows how far this series has gone. Today you got 5 states represented. 9 from Virginia, 14 from North Carolina, 1 from California, 1 from South Carolina, 1 from Georgia, as we see him there. And I'm so glad he's able to get back into the race. And 1 from Texas, that being Caden Honeycutt, who has impressed lots of people and is still winning big dirt.
Rogers, we are racing yet again, and Connor Hall leads the field through turns 1 and 2, and it is a hornet's nest behind him.
It is a rat's nest. How about local favorite in that Ford machine? So tickled for him. Kyle Dudley out of Roanoke, Virginia. He races with Mike Looney at Motor Mile. Gives him all he can handle. So it looks like Mike Looney now putting pressure on the 77 machine up front. See him as they exit the screen, but look at that rat's nest right there. Looks like Quapple to the outside in the 8 machine of Miracle. That high line still working pretty good, carrying a lot of momentum down the front straightaway. The Miracle right there as they're door-to-door coming off of 2, down the back straightaway, going downhill. And both cars still side by side, working hard, Tony.
They are. Of course, still early in this one. And those of you watching on social, yep, the free preview is still good. Up until about, lap 25 or so, the way this one's been going. Well, that might take a while, the way things currently have been. But, you know, you'll have that.
It's been a long day. We've ane that whole bag of popcorn.
I need a whole bottle of something. Whole bag of kettle corn,
There's
no doubt.
There's plenty around, let me tell you.
Meanwhile, up front, Connor Hall, Mike Looney. This is where the fight is right now. Looney all over the back of that mermaid color number 77.
Looney's now backing off. He's kind of recharging his efforts there. Might be just trying to want to get up there and take control of the race pace. He's running up on him. Now, he's run up on him 2 or 3 times. How many before he does it? And he gives him a little chrome horn there.
I don't know, but we're probably about ready to find out, I have a feeling.
Remember, he said he woke up PO'd.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Technically. So things settling out here up front for the time being. Curious, there's a lot of stuff happening further back. I saw Bobby McCarty moving up. Zach Miracle falling back just a little bit as well. Certainly a lot of things happening through this field here in the early going as this fight up front continues to rage on. We will keep an eye on that. Of course, as soon as we say that, here they get within earshot of one another pretty much.
Looks like he was using a different line coming off of turn 2. Watch him. He'll go up a little bit higher. Now Connor Hall's, the spotter's been talking to him. So look, here's where Mike's going. Here's where he's gaining on you. So they're giving Connor Hall all kinds of information of what Mike Looney is doing in that 87 machine. Kyle Dudley holding a strong 3rd. You see the leaders go by as they go into turn 3. Now they're coming out of 4. Look like it's really dry now at the bottom of turn 4. Looking good. See the 16 whistle by, moving up a spot there. Chad McCumbee started 10th. He's up to 8th, as you see on the ticker. See the leaders come by the stripe. 107 laps to go. Very early in this one, folks watching online. Hope you like what you see. Be sure and get that subscription. Cars or pitroad.tv and Cars Tour.tv. You got your choice there. Still same product.
Just a different package.
Just a different package.
Different wrapper.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, here comes Lee now thinking about the high side over in turn 22.
The high side?
If these guys aren't careful, Doc, they're going to have Kyle Dudley joining the party soon.
Absolutely, especially if, they start rubbing on him a little bit. That's, he's going to start focusing on Mike Looney. Might try that outside. He keeps looking and looking. I think he's trying to make Connor make a different move.
I think Connor Hall's trying to back the field up right now.
Right.
Remember, he won that race at Goodyear by managing his resources. Is he trying to do that now by backing the field up? Because I see Carson Quapple is there, Bobby McCarty, Caden Honeycutt. They're all right there. You'll see him pop in the frame. Whoa, up the track goes McCarty. Problems, Bobby McCarty, turn number 4. Big problems for the autos by Nelson Chevrolet. And it's not supposed to be dragging something off the left side. The left front tire is not supposed to be oriented in that fashion. Starting to wonder if maybe they broke a ball joint, a control arm, but something amiss in the Bobby McCarty Chevrolet.
Something mechanical is broken. The tire is up. So as you can see,
Well, yep, there you see the Bobby McCarty crew underneath. And, yeah, that left front tire is supposed to be the top pointed out towards the crew right now. It's quite the opposite now where the top is pointed in. So, yeah, and that Bobby's climbing out. Looks like the net is done or down, and he is likely done. Bobby was very excited about this race, Doc. He said it's probably one of the best race cars they've had in quite a while between him and his teammate, Caden Honeycutt. And, man, just unfortunate. That's 3 races now. He's had terrible luck. Ran out of fuel twice, broke apart here early in this one. It has not been Bobby McCarty's year, and that chance of a 4th series title looking slimmer and slimmer by the race.
Yeah, you don't want to look, study points too early, but when you had the kind of luck he has, you got to look at the big picture. And so now, when you talk to him, he's going to say, all right, we're just going to race for wins now and see what happens with the points. The points take care of themselves. Of course, all veteran racers will tell you that. So Bobby McCarty is a veteran late model stock car racer, and I know he's going to be not happy, but, look at him. He's still...
Yeah. By the way, if you're watching on social media, this preview's about over. The address you can catch it all on is www.carstour.tv. You'll have that pop up on your screen here in just a second or two. And, folks, that's exactly where you can watch it at. So you can check it out. Bottom, you'll see it here momentarily in about 3, 2, there you go. Well, you were close. 3, 2, 1, www.carstour.tv. So, you'll see that there in the bottom. There it is.
There it is.
Push it one more time.
Watch live or on demand.
That's it. So you can catch everything, the rest of the 101 laps of this one at www.carstour.tv. We're going to see if James Pike can get a word quickly with Bobby McCarty before we go on our social free preview. James, what you got there?
Bobby, any idea what broke? The left front upper control arm broke. Snapped it right in 2 right at the weld. I got to thank all these guys, Autos by Nelson, Solid Rock Carrier, Chevrolet, Castrol, Blue Ridge Color Company. I don't know what we got to do this year, man. We've had the worst luck and the dumbest things happen. And, I hurt us in qualifying, but we was coming right through the field. I thought we had a really good race car. And this. Last year was a year where we couldn't do nothing wrong. And this year's the year where I couldn't buy a brake even if I had $3 million. Like, it ain't working. So it is what it is.
He could use a golden horseshoe, I think.
That's probably a good way to put it, James. No doubt. As we get ready to go through the KRC Power Steering Restart Zone, Connor Hall, Mike Looney lead the field back yet again. And if you're watching on social, that's it. That's all for the free preview. Head to www.carstore.tv to catch the rest of this one.
Mike Looney taking a look on the outside again. As you see the leaders there, that is first and second. Connor Hall, your leader. Back to Bobby McCarty there. At the end of that, he still mustered a smile. So that shows what a true veteran he is.
Well, I think he knows